Robinhood is moving deeper into blockchain infrastructure. Instead of only offering trading through its app, the company is building Robinhood Chain, a permissionless layer 2 network designed for financial services, tokenized real-world assets, and AI-powered applications. As always, it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Now let's check out Robinhood. So, Robinhood Chain is described as a permissionless AI-native Layer 2 blockchain built specifically around financial services and real-world assets. Rather than creating a completely separate blockchain ecosystem from scratch, Robinhood Chain is developed using Arbitrum's Layer 2 infrastructure and connects into a broader Ethereum ecosystem. So the main idea is to create a blockchain infrastructure where developers can build financial applications involving tradings, lending, tokenized assets, payments, and other on-chain services. So Robinhood is essentially trying to bring more traditional financial assets and functionality into blockchain-based environments. So the first major use case highlighted by Robinhood is tokenized stocks. So Robinhood Chain is being designed as infrastructure for real-world assets, including stock tokens connected to companies such as Nvidia, Google, Apple, and others. So these tokens are designed to bring exposure to traditional financial assets into an on-chain environment. So this could potentially allow developers to create applications that interact with tokenized assets in ways traditional brokerage platforms usually cannot, which is interesting to see. So for example, tokenized assets could potentially become part of the trading applications, lending protocols, portfolio tools, or other financial products built directly on the blockchain. So Robinhood does note that stock tokens are not available in the United States and may also face restrictions in other jurisdictions. The next section focuses on what developers could build using Robinhood Chain. So the network is intended to support applications involving trading, lending, borrowing, yield products, and other forms of decentralized finance. So instead of Robinhood controlling every application directly, developers can build their own products on top of the network, and that means Robinhood Chain is being positioned more like financial infrastructure than simply another feature inside the Robinhood trading app. So the company also highlights the possibility of developers gaining access to a broader ecosystem where Robinhood users may eventually interact with these applications to tokenized assets. So another important feature is that Robinhood Chain is permissionless. So according to their website, anyone can access the network, transfer assets, or build applications without depending on a single intermediary. So that follows one of the core ideas behind public blockchain infrastructure. Users and developers should be able to interact directly with the network rather than being locked into one platform. So for developers, this means projects could potentially integrate Robinhood Chain while still maintaining their own interfaces, applications, and financial products. And one of the more interesting parts of the Robinhood Chain is its focus on artificial intelligence or AI. So Robinhood describes the network as AI native and says it's being designed to AI agents can interact directly with financial markets. So these agents could potentially perform actions such as trading, swapping assets, lending, or interacting with tokens real-world assets on-chain. So the idea is that automated software could operate directly through blockchain infrastructure rather than requiring a human to manually approve every individual financial interaction. So of course, how widely these AI-based financial applications are actually adopted while depending on future development, security, and regulation. So that wraps up our overview of Robinhood. If you found this breakdown helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, and drop thoughts in the comment section down below. Stay informed, stay curious, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.